Bueno, bueno, bueno. Ahí está ya. Dale. Bueno, okay. Welcome back to the live coding stream, I guess. Live coding session. I've been working on this project for 13 days straight, I believe. Well, not really straight. Um, Last weekend, I didn't work on this really. I've been pretty busy with the vaccination campaign here in Mexico. Basically, uh, I've been having my parents taking the shot. But never mind that. The thing here is, I need to finish this by the next week. So what I'm going to be completing today is the gallery support. Basically, this. Um, Let me think. What can I do here? Well, basically, I do have a couple of options. The first one will be to just um, roll back on the changes on the gallery and build the galleries as a static pages. That will be one option, but I don't want to do that, and I'm not going to be doing that. The second option will be to continue the work on my original design of the website. Let me show you how. Let's first, it's not on GitHub, but um, let me see. Let's check it out. So here, so what do we have here? Well, basically, it's a new version of the website. I've been working on this for quite some time. You can see here that I do have a new gallery over here compared to the original version. I move. Let me see if this blue menu here. That I got. I moved that into a drop-down menu here. And I do have these views. These views are basically the same view. Oh wait, I'm missing some information there. Let me see. This one here doesn't have the subtitle, and that's not okay. Okay, never mind. Well, I've been working on this. These are basically routes. Let me see if I can cancel this. There we go. And again, there we go. So what do I have here? Well, there is a main view, which is this one called Galleria. EGS. What this view does basically is to render this page over here. I do have just one Galleria view for all of this. So depending on the view, or may I say on the path, I'm going to be rendering a specific gallery. So the thing that I'm missing here, well, first let me fix a little bit of something here. Let's just make sure that I do have the last version of the repo. There we go. Yeah, I think I do. I do. Okay, the first issue here will be, let's go to the controller for Galleria. Here in Taller, I'm missing the subtitle. The subtitle is very important here. So let's copy just this section here. And I'm sending the subtitle with the actual information here will be this one here, 6 to 12 years. Very simple stuff, from 6 years to 12 years. Let's save this. And now the next time I go to Taller, there we go. As you can see here, the model view controller design pattern is giving me a lot of flexibility. But before doing anything else, I just forgot to basically do this. To share on social media, I just forgot to share on social media. So nobody actually saw that live. Never mind. Never mind. It's a learning process, you know. Let's see. There we go. There we go. So now, well, I'm rendering these views, but I wonder if I still have that whiteboard application. There we go. As I was, oh my god, it looks so beautiful, dude. I should be a senior graphic designer. Okay, got it. Switch to create. Oh, never mind. So this is the model view controller that I do have right now. I've been working on the controller, and as you can see here, this is the controller file for the Galleria. The only change I did was to basically just add a subtitle, and that's what's been rendering here. You know, there is only one single view, and most of these views don't really basically they don't really have. Oh wait, something happened. Okay. Okay, nice. I wonder if I can tag somebody here, but never mind now. Well, the plan is to basically, if we go to, let's look for instalaciones. This is empty at the moment. If we go to the original, there is a gallery here, you know, very simple stuff. I may like to recreate this somehow. Probably, I may like to keep this format, you know. Perhaps I may need to do some refactoring. Yet what I really going to need is this. Let me get back a little bit here. Let's create a new wait, did I create several whiteboards? Employee, what's this? Nothing. What's this? Nothing. I wonder if these are being saved on the cloud, but here. Delete, yes. What's this? Are you kidding me? Okay. So let's create a new whiteboard. So how this works is basically like this. Let's reopen the original. This is the model view controller design that I've been working on. So basically everything starts here on the, oh wait, I just moved that one. On the IJS file, everything begins to run basically. So here I import the routes files and use them with Express.js. So the route folder is going to contain the routes and the paths which the website can be interacted on. You know, basically, is in charge of managing the request and the actual paths for the website. For example, this, see, comunidad. As you can see here, the main difference is that I don't have the .html at the end. It's just a path, which means that this is a GET request being processed, and I'm rendering back a web page in response. You know, that's what I've been doing here. And in this case, in the gallery, if I press this button, I'm supposed, like this, I'm supposed to be rendering all this. So, oh, again, there we go, I guess. So, in order to render that, when I find a valid route, let's say the Galleria that I want to render, then the route is going to use a function stored in the controllers folder in order to render the file. At the same time, I'm sending data using a JavaScript object in order to pass some parameters and basically add some data to the view in order to be rendered correctly, you know. That's how I am basically rendering all of this. This is the object actually. You can see this. I'm passing several data pieces on this object in order to render the page correctly. For example, if I go here to the taller, I'm getting the taller keyword here, you know. The category is being called taller. The subtitle is this. And in the AGS view, I am basically using these little pieces of data. In some cases, optional pieces of data, but most of the time, all is very standard. So the thing that I don't have now is this. Inside the data folder, I do have a single data file called staff.json that I actually use in order to render the members of the staff on on the school, basically. So if I add somebody's information here, you know, the name, the quote, or the picture, all of that, what's going to happen in the end is basically I'm going to be able to use the data inside this JSON file. Let me see where here. And all that data is going to be used here, you know. I'm going to be able to render something here. In this case, all of these people here are going to be rendered. And that's basically it, you know. Very simple stuff. Well, simple once you have it. Not really that simple. So what I'm missing here, well, here the controller is going to use the model, which is basically Node.js code or JavaScript code that is going to extract the data from the JSON file and connect, and the controller is going to use the model to connect the data to the view. Basically, that's the controller's job, to connect the model and the views together and basically send the render page through the router back to the client. And then we have this. The end result is going to be this, a page render on the side of the client. That's basically it. So at this point, I don't have any pictures here. So my plan, and I'm going to go back to the whiteboard here. So my plan is, you know, let's see if I can the image. What's this? Oh no. Oh my god. Let's see, I guess. Let's see, I have a picture, let's say. Um so my plan is to basically upload pictures to a bucket maybe somewhere, to a file system online, and place them there, you know, the files, that is, and get the URL and save that URL alongside other pieces of data inside, let's say, let me see. So let's say that we are going to create a class called picture or gallery picture, I don't know, image or gallery image. Let's just call it picture, you know. And I'm going to have several attributes for this class. Let's say I'm going to have the picture URL. That will be the first one. Another piece of data that I'm going to need will be, let's say, the ID. Maybe this will be actually the first one. The ID of the picture, you know. Another, I need other pieces of data. For example, if I want to render this particular picture, this gallery is using several sizes to represent the picture, but if you click them, you can see the actual real picture, you know. You see? I wonder if, let's inspect this code. I wonder if this is a single picture or if I am seeing two pictures here. I don't really know. Let's try it out. Okay. There is a link over here. There is a div that actually contains a picture in the background. Now, this is interesting. It does contain, this is a div class, and I see here that instead of using an image element, it's actually using the background image attribute for one div in order to show the thumbnail. I wonder what happens here. href, and there is no link. That's actually weird. Let's see where. Oh, I see. There is a modal div over here. I see. And the modal code down here is the. Now I should have read this before, but I guess it doesn't matter. So this is the HTML element that appears when I click. Let me see if I can show you this. Okay, this is the modal. This is the modal header. Obviously, there is a button here. And I guess this one. There we go. So that's the button. That's the button close, okay. This is the entire header for the modal. This is the entire modal. Let me see where the picture is. Okay, here's the picture. It reads as it belongs to instalaciones 1.jpg. Let's see the name of the first. It's the same picture. So basically, I am using the same picture. But here, I see that my wife, because she did this code, my wife created a couple of CSS classes that I guess these give the actual shape. She's doing three Spanish name classes, which stands for picture, picture high, and picture wide, basically. So he's creating several classes here. Yeah, they belong to the style.css file. Okay. So for what I gather, if I close this, I wonder what happens if I remove one of the classes. Control X, enter. There we go. The picture changed. So I think I am starting to understand what she did here. Look at this. If I do this and enter, the first picture is going to change. If I remove photo ancha, Control X. Okay, so it's not going to be white if I remove that. So it's actually, I see what she did here. She basically created three classes, one called photo, another called photo grid. What's this? I need to understand this. Oh, look at that. There is a natural grid over here. And the classes define how this is going to be applied. I wonder if this is some cumbersome bootstrap rewriting. Let's check it out. Public dash it, and here, there we go. Photo alta grid row span to. Oh my god, I get it now. She's using a span dash auto in order to use the grid established before. Okay. Where is photo then? Photo grid, there we go. And basic grid, there we go. So I think she did a lot of things here. Okay. And there we go. There is a lot of here to uncover, but I'm going to respect her decision to do all this. So what I'm going to do, instead of trying to remake this, I will say, you know what? I'm going to get the picture URL, and maybe I may like to have CSS classes, maybe, you know, or not necessarily that, or maybe, well, basically, I want to store an array of strings, you know, to be able to store the actual names of the classes that are being used here. Let's remember that I'm going to be saving all this in a JSON file, which is basically a text file. So I was thinking something in the lines of, you know, CSS classes, maybe like this, you know, and this could be equals to some array, and stored inside the array, you know, like this, you know, photo dash, then say, you know what, photo dash alta, you know. So what this field is going to tell me is basically um, what the format I need to use in order to render the picture, you know, like this. And I can see that I can just, well, I guess photo is going to be used anyway, all the time, because maybe I think it's required. Let me see. Where's the style? Yeah, it's display flag. Yeah, photo is going to be there no matter what. You see? The optional classes. Okay, let's see. This is one. This is the photo class. The photo hoovers. Photo grid. That's going to remain untouched, I guess. Now, photo alta, and photo ancha. These are going to be optional. These are the two classes that I actually need to store. So there are several ways I can do that. For example, this could be one, you know, and this is more generic. Another way to actually do it will be an option to that will be maybe you know what is alta equals to true or false, you know, and I can say well, basically like this, you know, is ancha. This could be true or false too, you know, and I can get rid of this. This could be just way simpler because I am really just going to require two classes to define if this picture is going to be with any combination of these values, you know. I get the four different picture shapes, basically. What else do I need to do this? Perhaps nothing else, because the order in which the pictures are going to be rendered are going to be strictly tied to either the ID of the picture here, which is going to be an auto-numeric value anyway, or whatever the database is going to generate in the future. The second thing, the picture URL, I guess. And that's it. Since I'm using the same picture for the actual model, the model, I don't think I'm going to need to use another different picture for that one. I believe this could be my model, actually. You know? So these are going to be all the attributes, you know? The ID for the picture URL, and a couple of Boolean values that could be used in order to know if this picture is going to use, it's going to be tall and wide, or both, maybe, you know. That's going to be the model. Let's see how would I like to have the data for this model, you know. Obviously, this is going to be a JSON file. So this is going to be the data. This is going to be the data file. So how am I going to store this? Well, obviously, I was thinking about this, an array. And this array is going to contain, let me see. This array is going to contain, let's say, a picture here. It's going to be defined by an object, and this object is going to be basically just what I see in the class. It's going to be like this ID, like this, Um, it's going to be, oh wait, what's going on? Oh, never mind. An ID of 0 maybe, semicolon. Then I'm going to say, you know what? Let's click and enter here. Well, let's try to write it on a single line. Maybe it's going to work. Now, picture URL. You see? I believe semicolon again. I forgot about this. Well, on this card, it's going to be way too. I wonder if this is going to. I need to make this a little bigger, I believe. Oh my god, come on, don't do that. Never mind. The proportions are not going to work anyway. Well, the idea is this, to make a picture URL and put HTTPS colon something, Then my next piece of data will be, actually, you know what? Let me try to separate those. There we go. There we go. Maybe that's a little bit clearer. And, Isalta. This is going to be true. And Isancha, I believe, going to be false. And here, there we go. As you can see here, I just created an object that in a JSON file for the data for this model. I already did this with the Pilar page. So my intention is going to be, what my intention is going to be next is to basically create a data file for all the pictures. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to need something really important here that I was missing. Not all the pictures belong to the same gallery. So instead of what I was thinking, you know what? The galleries are not going to be created or removed too much. So I was thinking, you know what? Make them static maybe, and make them match with the pad over here. So I was thinking for instalaciones, I should probably just copy the path, like this, use the path as a piece of data for the model, like this. Maybe it may be like this gallery, which is going to be saving the gallery name like this, maybe. You see, the gallery is equal to and the name of the gallery. You see. With this, if I move to my data file and I say like gallery, for example, then I can say just, you know what? Instalaciones is the name of the gallery. So now, or maybe I could just say the path. You know what? I could say maybe instead of gallery, I could say, you know what? I want the path, which this particular picture belongs to, and maybe I could do something like this, you see? Let's copy this one here. And instead of saying, you know what, the gallery is going to be that, maybe I could say, you know what, the path to that gallery is this one here. Because I want to use this because I already have it. For example, if I go to the code, not this one. If I go here, you can actually see that I already have a path attribute on this rendering object. So maybe I could reuse this path and ask, you know what? I want you to, in a for loop, check the model. You know what? Here, check this file. The model is going to say, check the file, load the file into the model, and ask if the path which this page is going to be rendering from um, matches with this picture's path attribute, then render the picture there. So basically, I'm going to ask, is this particular picture belongs to this particular gallery? You know? Oh, wait a minute, never mind. I am using the same path for all of those. I think I remember why. Because yeah, I do remember now why. They all do have the same path. Why? Because yeah, don't make you don't read this. This doesn't really matter because this is the Galleria folder and the Galleria file inside the views folder. So this is the Galleria folder and this is the Galleria file. So basically, that's not this is not the path. And I'm using the same path here. What I could do will be maybe, you know what? I could say, yes, your Galleria, but I may like to add this, for example, Galería Instalaciones. Let's say, I may like to propose this change like this, Galería dash taller. So basically add the entire path. This is going to break some of my code, for example, here. If I go back to taller, I'm no longer getting the highlight on the main menu because it doesn't match anymore. Okay. So what I could do, if I go to another gallery, the highlighting here is working. What I want is keep the highlighting when I'm in taller. I lost it here. I just lost it here. I want to keep that. And I want to use the entire path inside my data file here. So basically say, you know what, the entire path is going to be called Galería maybe dash instalaciones, you know? If I say the entire path and I can match it here, for example, Galería Taller in this case, when I get into Galería Taller, I'm not getting any highlight anywhere, you see? So I want to recover the highlight. What do I need? Well, I'm going to need to go back with the Galería EGA scope and see where am I using that. So let's see. I'm not using the pad there. It's going to be even more specific. Okay. I need to actually open my include folder. Let's go to the head. There we go. Am I using something here? What is the pad being used here? It's not being used here. Okay, the chat buttons are being used there? No. The contact form is being used here? No, I'm not using that one. Footer? I don't think so. What the navigation bar is inside the navigation. So here's where it's going to be used. Okay. Let's check it out. Okay, here. I am using the path attribute down here. Okay. And here is where I am actually getting all of this, you know. So here is the path. I wonder if I can use some JavaScript because I do have two options here. One, to add more order statements, more logical statements here in order to validate every single um, option on the book. So basically, um, if I need to include Galeria Taller, maybe add another statement here to include that specific pad over there. But I'm not going to do that. I want to basically ask, you know what? Look for maybe if pad contains the substring dash Galeria, I want photos and videos highlighted, So let's do some research. Substring interval. Let's see. Okay. Find substring in a string. There we go. Okay. So there is a method that actually gets me that. There we go. And I can actually do this. You see? The method is name includes, and I just need to add the substring. If this is found, then everything is true. So let's try. It's called includes. Okay, I hope I'm not getting confused with this. So let's try something here. Instead of asking for an equal value, I mean like to remove. So the path is going to be string dot includes open parenthesis. I'm going to require the Galeria, and this is going to be my entire validation. If I find this inside the path, then I'm going to get my desired effect, the highlight. I'm going to say this, and let's hope this actually works. I always doubt myself. I don't have any highlighting in anywhere. So let's try to refresh. And I don't think it works. And it works here. I wonder if I need to do something else. Let's do this. And getting the highlight here. I wonder why not. I want getting the highlighter. So what happened with Taller? Taller is not yet giving me the highlight, which is weird. Why? Why is weird? It's weird because let me see. It doesn't have it. That's weird. There we go. So this is the substring on the pad. Now that's weird. So Galeria is there, but it's not found. Why? Wait, am I getting a highlight? No. Taller, no. Casa de los Niños, yes. Taller, no. Why not? Which is weird because this seems to be working for everybody else. So maybe let's try this. This must fail. This should fail for everybody. It's not failing. Why? Well, no, I know why. Because Taller is the only one not matching there. Okay. Doesn't make any sense. Navigation should be. Let's try that one. It's working. Why? Now this is actually. Now I'm getting paranoid here. But let's see. This should not be working here. I wonder why. Yeah, it's getting the highlight, but why? I modify this. And it seems like it's actually working with the same file. That's weird. There we go. Okay, let's stop the server just to confirm. Okay, it's not working anymore. There we go. Which is weird. And getting the highlight here, why? And getting the highlight everywhere. Everywhere but where it matters here. Okay. But in my opinion, this should affect everybody else or not. No, I know what's going on. Visually hidden. Yeah, I didn't change everything. I need to copy this, and the code that actually highlights is up here. Yeah, this one here. Now, that should apply. There we go. This should apply the main option highlight. If I do this, there we go. I do have the highlighter, and it doesn't matter where I go now. I'm getting the highlight too. For Galleria, you know. There we go. Now let's think about it. In any of these options here, those options there must be around here. There we go. Ah, maybe I could leave that as is, or try to apply the same code. Drop down toggle. It's going to speed active. Basically, that's just that. If I copy all this, this is going to speed out the word active as long as I get the substring, you know? So let's copy that. I'm going to modify this line. And let's try, for example, I don't know. I wonder if I can actually use this class. I guess I can. Class right here inside this line. You see? But instead of using Galleria, I may like to use this substring, you know? Or maybe the entire path could be, you know? Like this. And now I'm going to speed the added keyword. Let's see if that works. Okay, so you can see there is no highlight, but if I go here, that should be highlighted now. No. Let's check if the keyword is there. Something went wrong. Oh wait, I know what's wrong. Maybe here. Let's try with taller because I'm not sending the right code in gallerias, you know. For example, I may like to go here and instalaciones. This path should be changed to this because it's not going to work either way. So if I go here, I'm still getting the highlight there. And now look at this. I'm getting a very different highlight here. I really like it. Actually, I really like it this way, you know? I like this highlight. It actually shares the color schema I'm using for this website anyway. I really like it, how it looks. So let's see. I guess I could refactor the entire, you know, this entire thing, I believe. You know? I wonder if I can paste. No, wait, no, it's not there. Where should I put that? Down here? Why did I copy? I copy this. Mhm. Okay, let's see if that's just the same. No, I'm missing a. There we go. I was missing. Mm, okay, let's see if. Okay, this closes where. Actually, I want to inspect this. Okay, the added. There is an extra double quotes that doesn't belong there. This could be an issue. Oh, I see what's going on. He's adding it. There we go. I didn't want that. There we go. Okay. Let's copy this one. But here, I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to copy that and I'm going to copy all this. Oh my God. Okay. Up to here. There we go. Why are you using an extra one? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, he's adding one because he wants to. Yeah, that's the thing with EGS file writing, I guess. Okay, I need to remove those extra double quotes. There we go. And now here's where the fun begins. I just need to replace manually because it's going to be easier. Every single one of those with the actual, you know, path to reach these endpoints. Perhaps I could just, oh, come on, just remove that. That one word, you know, will be way easier to select and replace. Area yoga. And mind you, this is just for the highlight of the main menu. But those little details help the 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 end user, you know, to just figure out where he is at. But it's not too subtle in my case. There we go. That should work for any of the galleries now. So let's try it out. There we go. Let's see Galleria. Galleria doesn't work. This works. This doesn't work. So let's see what's missing. Oh, I know what's missing because that's not enough. This is just the main menu rendering. I'm missing this, you know. I need to put here the same. This is the path that I'm missing. Okay. It's up here. Instalaciones is fine. Comunidad infantil. What's this? I believe the notation was like similar to this. As yeah, niños. I think that's it. Let's try Casa Niños. Comunidad infantil. There we go. Casa Niños. There we go. Taller is already there. Yes. And the rest of the paths will be written back, you know. Galeria is missing. Okay. Galeria doesn't belong there. So Galeria comes from the static content rendering. There we go. And if you see Galeria, okay, I know where. It reads just Galeria, you know. So I guess Galeria EGS, that option is not here. That option for the Galeria must be up here. This is the main menu. Okay, it's photos. Okay, photos. Galleria is here. There we go. And this one is missing this code. It didn't add anything extra. I don't think so. And I just need this, as long as gallery. But there we go. Here, I may not actually read. You know what? Because it's going to match all the time. So what I need to do to avoid it matching all the time is to actually just make it an equals comparison, and that's it. But this way, whenever I say Galleria, it's going to remain highlighted. You see? Instalaciones, un infantil. And I need to write all the rest. Música is not going to be highlighted. You see? I'm going to need to keep doing this, Who is this? Música. Save, yoga. And say dash. For some of this, I need to double check. Let me see. Yeah. Escuela Padres. There we go. Okay. And the last one. Okay. So now, right now, in Galería, instalaciones, música. There we go. Yoga, activación física, ambiente externo. So I can see the highlight and Escuela Padres. There we go, Galería. So there we go. So I already know where am I located all the time. You see? I think that should be enough for right now. Later today, well, this reads this live coding session started in March 24th. But I'm going to count this as the same day. I'm minutes away from midnight, and I may like to count this as the beginning of day 13 anyway. I'm going to sleep a little bit and retake the rest of the day the next day. So I'm going to count this entire session as just the beginning of day 13, and I'm going to continue day 13 tomorrow. I know it sounds pretty weird, but I haven't worked too much today on this project because I'm doing other things. But look at this. There we go. Very aesthetic. And tomorrow, or in a couple of minutes, I guess, next day, I'm going to apply this, implement this, I need to implement a model and a data file. The data file is going to be the easiest one. The quite difficult one could be the model. Let's try it out and see what happens, I guess I'm going to be adding a copy of the path on every single picture. That doesn't matter really too much because it's going to be a JSON file anyway. And this should allow me to recreate any gallery by just filling this model here in the file.